In this video, I wanted to discuss with you the American luxury renaissance and its different paths to success. American luxury brands are surging while their European counterparts are struggling. Let's talk about the Great Atlantic Divide. We have American brands which are rising because the numbers are telling a striking story of divergent fortunes. So when we are talking about the stock performance in 2025, we have Tapestry, which owns Coach up 55%, and Ralph Lauren up 29%. Let's talk about the European struggles. Now, while we have celebrated the success of focused European players like Hermes and Bruno Cucinelli, the broader European luxury landscape is telling a more complex story. Let's also talk about the pricing trap. Now, the European brands have aggressively pushed prices upwards, and this has created space for American competitors to capture abandoned market segments. Tier 1, ultra luxury focused, which are the European winners. Examples like Hermes, Bruno Cucinelli, Loro Piana. The tier 2 is the accessible luxury done right, which are the American winners. Examples are Coach, Ralph Lauren, and the emerging players. Then there is a tier 3, which is the confused middle, and here we find the European struggling brands. Examples are the struggling LVMH brands, Gucci, and traditional houses. They have also demonstrated a youth-centric strategy. When we're talking about Coach, it has added 1 million new customers in North America, mostly millennials and Gen Z. Let's start with the European brands' self-inflicted wounds. The pricing strategy of the European brands has created unintended consequences. Now, let's talk about the cultural and economic context. And let's start with the American consumer behavior. The American success story reflects unique market conditions. When we are talking about the spending patterns, Americans are spending lowest share of discretionary income on luxury since 2019, and they are seeking more value. And then there is also the domestic market advantage. We are definitely seeing the home field benefits. So what are the strategic choices ahead? First and foremost, we need to understand that the American brands have challenges ahead. Despite their current success, American brands do face potential obstacles. Let's move to the luxury landscape that we can anticipate for 2026. There are a couple of potential scenarios that are emergent. The key questions out here are, can European brands reclaim accessible luxury without destroying the ultra-luxury positioning? Will the American brands successfully expand globally while maintaining their domestic advantages? And finally, how will Chinese consumers trading down behavior evolve in the longer run? The lesson here is not that there is one approach that is universally superior, but that strategic confusion is universally fatal. Whether you're choosing ultra-luxury exclusivity or accessible luxury, success requires unwavering commitment to serving the chosen customer segment exceptionally well. One truth is becoming increasingly clear. In a world of infinite choices, luxury consumers are rewarding the brands that know exactly what they are and deliver on that promise consistently. We hope that you've enjoyed the preview edition of this topic. If you like this edition and you want to know more about the topic and understand it in detail, head on to pallavisehgal.com to see the full video on the topic.